Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely all right. Thank you so much for asking. How has your day been? Like, everything going well?
Yeah, my day has been going good because half an hour ago I woke up. I'm calling from Qatar. It's
Hmm.
here 11 past 12. So yeah, I woke up 10 past 30.
All right. And how do you plan to spend the rest of your day?
Today is my off day and I'm also keeping a fast. So yeah, I'll be at my room. In the
Hmm.
evening, I will go out. I will buy some fruits and items of breakfast for breaking my fast like that. And then I will come back and we will have our uh, aftar and it will go same like that. Nothing else, nothing new.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
have you gone through the session document for our conversation?
Yes, I
Great.
went through it. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, could you help me with the topic for our conversation?
So let me know that you don't know about the topic.
Well, yes, the thing is, I didn't receive the session document. I'm kind of
Yeah, it
relying
was.
on you. I would love if you could help me out.
Yeah, definitely. It was about astrology.
Oh, now that's interesting. Would you like to
Yeah.
talk about astrology?
First of all, let me know, do you believe on astrology or not? Then I will say we can talk about this topic or not.
Well, I look at it from the perspective of it being a science. So from that point,
Yeah.
I do believe that yes, it is a type of science, but I do not rely on it. I believe that there is
Yeah.
something, there might be a truth behind it in terms of science, but I don't depend
Yeah.
on it, even if that is true. So,
Yeah.
like, do you know anyone around you who believes in astrology to a great extent?
No, I don't think so. I know anybody.
Hmm. Have you
Yeah.
heard of people who like rely on astrology a lot? Like before doing anything, they will consult an astrologer. Like, is the time right and things like that.
No, I don't think so because I never been surrounded with this kind of people. We never
These kind of people,
these kind of
not this.
people.
Yeah, not this.
Yeah.
These.
Yeah, these kind of people. And in general also we don't talk about this thing. Yeah.
Well, that is good because there are people who heavily rely on astrology for everything that they do, and they kind of become dependent on it. So,
Dependent
what do you
on, and when they don't accomplish, he wrote there that the day when I born, my family brought a astrologer and he told me, he told to his parents that he will become a CA, chartered accountant. And after that, when he passed out 10th class, then their parents were looking for the good college related to commerce like that, and he hadn't interest with the accounts and mathematics totally. And he was saying, like, my parents were saying, no, you have to become a CA because when the day when you born, astrologers said that you will become a good CA. And
think?
after that he took the commerce subject. When he passed out 12, then he went into CS, something like that, and he was not good at math and something like that. And he at the end he wrote that because of this astrologer my life has been destroyed, something like that.
Yeah, now this is like very wrong, I would say. Just that depend. Another thing is how it works is they kind of might tell you the traits that okay, he would be good at communication or he would be good at like numbers or analytics and things like that. But to like clearly draw a line from it would not be good, isn't it?
Yeah. Also I don't believe on astrology if I believe on logic, when See, for example,
Mhm.
I am working on my communication skill, and you are
Mhm.
my teacher, and you can tell me, yeah, if you will do this kind of thing, you can become a good communicator after a certain time. So yeah, I can believe that I am working on it. But you will say that after 5 years, you will become a doctor. But I'm not doing anything related to doctoring. So how can I
Mhm.
become a doctor?
True.
Yeah.
And we need to have certain liking in it, and then we can know whether that field would be good for us or not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You will have to work on that, and your interest should be on that. Then
Mhm.
it can be possible. You will have to work hard, and after that your luck maybe will play 1-2%, and then this kind of thing, then yeah, you can accomplish. But definitely blindly, if anybody says that you will become like this and you will be uh, here and there, so yeah, I don't believe this kind of a thing. But when you have emotions attached with something, so yeah, it's
Mhm.
easy to lose logic. So yeah, when I talk about
Oh
the
yeah.
people, yeah, they have emotions attached with that, so yeah, it's very easy to lose logic.
Absolutely, that's true.
Yeah,
And these people, I would say, like the now, since we're discussing that astrology could also be like a science because it is written in scriptures. I do not look at those scriptures from a religious point of view, but they're
yeah,
scriptures written by learned people for sure.
yeah, yeah,
And in that they have mentioned about astrology, that how they study it. There are proper
yeah,
like maps and everything. There are courses, people do PhD in it and things. So
yeah,
this is a real thing. So it's from a science perspective. But there are so many people who have no real knowledge about it. They just wear like particular type of clothing and sit
mm,
under a tree and consider themselves astrologers. So because of all these, there are a lot of people who look at astrology in a negative way, saying that, oh
yeah.
no, it's all wrong. But will it be okay for us to say that it is all wrong, or there could be real truth in it, like even a little bit?
Okay, so I never went to any astrologer. So yeah, what they read our lines of palm, or what they do? They ask some questions, or what actually? Do you have any idea?
Okay, so from what I know of is it's sometimes it's they read a palm, those are palmists, whereas sometimes they are like they have something
Okay,
like
so
a book made of it.
okay, so they read the lines of the palm. Okay, but my question is that those people who don't have hands, they don't have future
Good
because they
question.
don't have hands. How they will read the lines of the palm?
Hmm.
And they are also doing good in their life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, they are doing good. Now, at that time, what they might read is they have this booklet. It is made like there's a calculation that is done. It is something based on like the day you were born, the time you were born, and the
yeah,
place you were born in. So they do all the calculation. Then there are like zodiac signs. Now this is also something which is very common in terms of astrology. There are sun signs and there are moon signs. Like
yeah,
the sun, the ones influenced by the moon and one by the sun, things
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And from all that they make all sort of predictions that how your career would be like, what are your good qualities, what are the things you should be careful about, and things like that. So it's like
yeah.
getting engrossed in it when you keep doing. Like the deeper you get into it, the more deeper you are kind of pulled. So is it okay to stay away or know a little bit?
I don't know really.
Okay, well, if you have a
It,
chance, would you ever
yeah.
want to know about your future? Like maybe like a prediction or some sort of indication?
No, no, definitely. I would not like to know my future because I think nobody can tell me my future. Only I can tell myself that, yeah, you are going to do this thing in upcoming 5 years or 10 years. Maybe I will pursuing something like that, education purpose for my skill, this thing. yeah, I can believe on myself, but yeah, like in a one single day, in a 10 minutes, in a 15 minutes, I think nobody can tell my future.
Absolutely.
It's my
That is
perspective.
true. Yes,
Yeah,
it is. And like, of course, everyone is open to have their own
uh,
perspectives. And
yeah.
when yes, what do you think is the connection between astrology and astronomy? These are two things.
As I know about astrology, but I think I don't know about astronomy. What is this?
Yeah, astronomy is the study of stars and planets.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you think that they are related to astrology? Because what now this is from what I've heard in Hindi, as they say that your grahas are good and things like that. So graha means
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah.
So all like
Okay.
the planetary alignment around us, like in the universe, has influence on us or how
Okay.
our future or things, forthcoming things could be like. So do you think that they're really related? Like if the moon shifts a little bit, like if the Jupiter shifts a little bit, that might cause us good or bad. Do you believe in that?
Like that, when sun comes nearby the moon, in
Yeah,
front
well,
of the
that is
moon,
eclipse. Yeah,
eclipse.
that is
Yeah.
eclipse. Maybe
Yeah.
it could be related to that as well. But like the planetary alignment and our lives,
I,
do you feel that they are related?
no, I don't think so. They are related. I never studied about this. Like I don't have idea. I never studied. I don't have knowledge about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in my logic uh, purpose
Mm-hmm.
perspective, yeah, I don't think so. This is related.
All right. Yeah, of course, people do study it, and now there can
Yeah.
never be a real evidence of it because no one is actually go see when we try to experiment. Let's say if they are saying that if the Jupiter moves towards the east direction, that means everything will be good for you. So we cannot practically and deliberately move the Jupiter to the west to see that okay, does it have a negative effect or not. We cannot do it. So either we have to
Yeah.
just believe in it
Yeah.
and things like believe in it or don't believe in it. It's all about faith
Yeah.
because there is no practical, like,
It's all
so
about
far
faith.
we
Yeah.
yeah so far we don't have any technology through which we can practically track it down or not.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes,
You are true. Yeah.
we were talking
It's
about
totally
people who are
depend
yeah
on your emotions and faith
yes
like that.
yeah go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
No, no, please go ahead.
No, just I was saying that it's totally depend on our faith and belief system, what we are believing. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We were initially discussing about how people are too much into astrology. What does that tell about people? Like, do you think that the ones who are too much into astrology
Yeah.
are like dependent on it in the sense they are very insecure in their life, and that is why they always want to know like what is next, how can I make things better, what tips and tricks I can follow. Do you think that they are just insecure people?
Yeah, I think so. They are insecure people because they depend on totally on the astrologers, what they are saying. Even the day, the one day they pass, as the astrologer said, you don't have to go on this day for vacation.
Mhm.
You can't go this day on vacation, and so they will not go on that day vacation and something like that. Totally they depend uh, on on themselves and for their families. No, son, you can't do because our astrologer said you cannot study this subject, you cannot play this thing this day,
Mhm.
something like that, and they will do the same thing as the astrologer said. Yeah, I was reading an article someday,
Mhm.
and the guy, he was from, I think, America, and he written there that I came back to my room and I told to my son and my daughter and my wife that I went to the astrologers, and he said that you can do this thing, you cannot do this thing, and he said just opposite. Like astrologer said something like that, and he told to his wife just opposite, and his wife started believing what his husband said, not what the astrologer said. So yeah, it's totally a mind game, I think. If any
Absolutely.
astrologers are going to or will saying you that you can do and you are believing, so yeah, it will do same like that.
Yes, absolutely. As we were discussing, it's all about the amount of faith that you have
Yeah,
in that particular thing.
yeah,
That's all it is for sure.